everybody.
Fine.
How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Good. I'm Brent Cowan. I'm your Health Coaching Program Coordinator, your exercise physiologist over at the Health Wellness Center. So I am here to help you out today, talk about some of the different programs that the HAWC has to offer. Who has used the HAWC before? Ah, good, good. Excellent show of hands. Excellent show of hands. Excellent. Good, good, good. So a little background on myself. I've been over there for 12 years, prior to security forces. Well, I was in active duty from 94 to 98, got out, and learned that I could go to school and actually exercise for a living and do this for a living. So I came back in, I started back at Herbert Field in 2004. Absolutely love what I do over there. Absolutely glad to be there, and I'm thrilled to have you guys over here. So I'm thrilled to have you guys in this program or anything else. Everything we offer is open to dependents, it's open to spouses, it's open to active duty members, it's open to retirees, so we'll get you taken care of. If you're not a DOD ID card holder, or if you're not a DOD member, let me know and I will still work with you. I can still I can get you some programs and stuff like that. So if you're in the program and you still want to do some stuff, we can help you out with that. Some of the big things that we do, obviously you've done the in-body before, so you've done that as kind of a starting point. That's kind of a little bit of a reality check, isn't it? You get on there, and I know I got on there, and I've always been, I'm shorter, of course, so I got on there, and I thought, okay, you know, I'm pretty, a little heavier, but I'm pretty buff, right? And I step on it, and it's like, excuse me, it's like, oh, wait a second, you know. So it's a good reality check. So you guys are going to see that again when you do your mid-assessment, and then also your post-assessment, kind of see where you're at, see your progress going through that. A lot of that comes down to food logs, obviously a lot of what we take in, what we eat. Also a lot of it comes down to exercise, what we're doing for exercise. So we're going to talk about those different components. There are really 4 components of physical fitness that we've covered. The first component is body composition. Okay, so body composition, how you look, your body composition, your abdominal circumference, your different measurements that they took and everything else, you get body composition. You've got cardiovascular component, which is your endurance, your overall endurance, your running, your jogging, your walking, your spinning, your Stairmaster, all those good things. You've got muscular strength and endurance, okay, so your weight training, your lifting, your TheraBand training, your stability balls, your Bosu ball, your core exercises, and then you've also got flexibility. So out of all those components, which one do you think is the most important? Any ideas? Stability? Cardio, yeah, absolutely, yeah. They are all very important. They are all very important, but the cardio is the most important. Without the cardiovascular, everything else kind of comes. We lose our basis. So the cardio is the most important. So when you think about exercise, and think about doing cardio, we often think about, okay, we're gonna go out there at the beginning of the year. We see a lot more people in the gym, and things are pretty crowded, and everything's going on. But what kind of gets in the way of sticking with the program? What do you think? What's one of the big things that gets in the way of sticking with the program? Motivation, time. Yeah, time is one of the biggest factors that stops you from exercising more. It keeps you from going. So one of the things I want you guys to know is that time is, you know, there's a little bit of time and there's a lot of time. Any time that you put in towards exercise is great. So if you can't get in 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, if you can get in 2 days a week, if you can get 1 day a week, if you can do some exercise, that's better than nothing at all. So don't sit there and beat yourself up and think, well, I didn't get in, you know, too much this week, I had an off week, or I was sick, or whatever else. We'll take anything. Any time is better than no time at all. So the biggest factor that stops you from people from exercising or sticking with the program is time, because real life happens, right? There's other things that are going on, there are things that are taking place and everything else. So really getting in there and getting after it. One of the things you want to do is focus on your intensity. You've all probably heard of high intensity interval training before, HIIT training, okay? And when we think about that, you might think, oh my gosh, I can't do CrossFit or P90X or Insanity. And we don't need to do those different things. But the big thing is when we're exercising, especially cardiovascular wise, doing some different intensities. So when you're going out there, trying to go out there and if you're a walker, every few minutes go into a high speed walk, go into a fast walking pace. Every couple of years, let's say you walk for 30 seconds at your regular pace, then you speed walk for 10 seconds. Maybe you walk at your regular pace for a minute and you speed walk for 15 seconds. Okay, and then you kind of go back to your regular pace. Or if you're doing a bike training or elliptical training, every couple of minutes you increase the intensity and you challenge yourself and you bring that back down. What that does is that shocks the body, it keeps the body going in the right direction, it keeps the body working harder, and then as it recovers, your body's constantly having to adapt to new changes. So it's a very good workout routine that way. So cardiovascular training, ideally you would go 5 days a week if you can, okay? Again, that's if you don't get the 5 days a week in, we'll take what we can get, but you want to try to go for 5 days a week if you can make it. And try to get in at least 30 minutes per session, but try to go for 60 minutes if possible. And again, the big thing with that is, I would rather have 10 minutes per session, okay, instead of nothing at all. And the research shows us that 10 minutes at once, or 10 minutes, 3 to 10 minutes throughout the day, can be just as effective as 30 minutes at once. Especially if you're able to go and do a little bit higher intensity during those 10-minute bouts. If you're able to go and increase intensity, back off, that can be just as effective as going 30 minutes all at once. So don't beat yourself up if you're not able to get in a lot of time. Try to get what you can in and really maximize your potential. So when we talk about cardiovascular, some of the different things we talk about, running, walking are a couple of big things. So we've got an actual running clinic, okay, and also we can do it for walking also with gait analysis. Well, actually at the HAWC, what we'll do is we'll videotape you while you walk or run on the treadmill. I've got 2 cameras set up. I've got a camera from the rear and I've got a camera from the side. And I can actually record what your walking gait looks like. I can record everything from your arm swing, if it's going forward and back, if it's going across the body. I can look at your knees, if your knees are moving in, if your knees are moving out. I can tell if your feet turn out, if your feet go straight forward. I can tell what kind of shoes you should wear. So for example, you're out there walking, you want to have the best equipment possible, or you're out there walking or jogging, you want to find that best equipment possible. You want to make it as pain-free as possible, right? We don't want to go out there and cause more injury to ourselves or be in pain. We want to make it as enjoyable as possible. So we can actually help you out with that, make sure that you're in the right shoes, that you're in the right equipment, that I give you some tips for form, or some tips for proper form, and make sure you're going in the right direction. So we do the running clinic every other week. If you guys would like, what we can do for weight warriors, what we normally do is we set up a couple of times specifically for the weight warriors, so you can come in. And what we'll do is we'll actually do a clinic about an hour long. We'll actually talk about proper running form and walking form, put you on the treadmill, have a set aside time for you, so that's definitely something we can do. So we'll talk about that. I'll talk with the staff over here at the Riptide, and we'll get something like that set up for you. So, as far as walking or running, as far as strength training, a lot of stuff you're doing right now, you're doing the strength training with the staff over here, and you're doing the strength training in the Riptide. There's also the availability, I've got some TheraBands that are available. I can cut you some TheraBands, so I can show you how to do a home exercise program. So let's say you're not able to do able to get to the gym one day, or maybe you're at home for the week, or maybe there's something going on, you're going on vacation, or something like that. I can get you some TheraBands where you can actually do some workouts at home. And I've got a little home exercise workout program you can go through, and you can work through that. So we can help you out with that. So we've got a general fitness class, fitness 101 class over there that covers those different things. I know you can get some instruction over here as far as how to use the equipment, but we can also help you out with that at the HAWC, get you going in the right direction. So, running clinic, fitness 101, nutrition. Our dietitian, we've got a registered dietitian. One of the things she does is she does commissary tours. So you can go out there. We know that a lot of our dietary habits make a big difference in what we're doing overall for our weight changes. So making sure you have the right dietary stuff. Making sure you have that. So we can get you over for some dietary assessments, get you over for a commissary tour. We can look at that. We can look at making sure you're eating properly, review your food logs, all that good stuff, so we can help you out with that. Other things that we offer. Okay, we offer, maybe you have an ailment, maybe you have some pain, maybe you have some low back pain, or some shoulder pain, knee pain, foot pain, anything like that. We can help you out with that. We've got classes where we can teach people on low back pain, low back stabilization, core exercises. We've got classes on shoulder, neck pain. I got a class on knee pain, how to strengthen the general areas, how to get you going in the right direction. So we've got classes to address these major ailments, and we'll help you out with that. We've also got a mobility clinic. So maybe you're like, okay, well, what's a mobility clinic? What am I in for? Maybe there's a certain area, a trigger point that you have. Maybe it's your hamstrings are really tight, or maybe your traps are really tight, your shoulders are really tight, and you want to get some release or some therapy for that. Foam rolling, we go over foam rolling. So self-myofascial release, help you get loosened up, get you going in the right direction. So foam rolling, trigger point therapy. We've got some lacrosse balls that we can show you some different areas that you can kind of trigger point. There's also things called there's also a new technique out there called voodoo flossing, to where if you have an injury site and you want to help stimulate blood flow to the area, help stimulate the rehabilitation of that area and growth hormone, there's a tool called voodoo flossing, where it's like a TheraBand, kind of think about the thickness of a TheraBand, and you wrap the joint around, and then you exercise for that joint for about 2 minutes, and then what it does is once you take off that compression, you wrap it really tight, once you take off that compression, it's an immediate spike of growth hormone, an immediate spike of blood flow, and actually we have a lot of healing that takes place that way. So if you're having some problems with shin splints or knee pain, shoulder pain, something like that, plantar fasciitis, these are things that we can help with that get you going in the right direction. So again, all of our services are open to you. We'll make sure that we're available to you. We'll help you out. We are here over at the HAWC Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 1600 at night. Okay, so we're over there. We'll be glad to help you out, get you going in the right direction. We want to assist you in your weight loss goals and in your competition here. So, but everything we offer, again, is free of charge. There's no monetary involvement to it. It's all part of your benefits. So, again, whether you're in here as a retiree, whether you're in here as active duty or dependent, or whatever the case may be, thank you for your service. Thank you for your commitment to the Air Force. Okay. We're here to serve you. So thank you for what you're doing, thank you for what you've done, and for your continued commitment to the Air Force here. So whatever we can do to get you going in the right direction, we'll be glad to do that. I've got some calendars up here. I've got some of the calendars for February, talking about what we offer, and then I've also got a flyer here talking about what we offer. And as far as the nutrition courses, if there's something, maybe you're dealing more with maybe it's weight loss, maybe it's high blood pressure or high cholesterol. We have a class for that. Perhaps it's diabetes or pre-diabetes. We have a class for that. So we've got a lot of educational components too that are not just necessarily just weight loss, weight gain. We have a lot of educational components that can target those different areas. So definitely let us know what kind of ailments you're having, what kind of issues you're having, and we'll target you in the right direction, get you going in the right direction. So what kind of questions in particular, anything, any questions per se about exercise? Yes, Emily.
Do you have to make an appointment?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, great question. Do we have to make an appointment? We are an appointment-based clinic, so if you call us up, our number is really easy to get a hold of us, 884-HAWC, HAWC, as in Health and Wellness Center. 884-HAWC, we've got an information manager over there, so schedule an appointment. We'll get you scheduled to come on in and see us. We've got classes throughout the week, so we see appointments basically Monday through Friday. We have classes throughout the week. Most everything we do is in a small group setting, so we will see you in a small group setting. Get you going in the right direction. We'll kind of cover the different basics of the different programs and everything. But yeah, we do prefer appointments, absolutely, yes.
What are your hours?
7:30 to 1600.
And the commander?
At the Commando, yes, thank you. Yep, Commando Fitness Center. Yes, the Commando Fitness Center, great resource to have. We rent space, so to speak, in there. The Force Sports Squadron owns the building. We have the space that we fall in the medical group. And so we've got some offices down there. We've got an exercise phys lab. We've got the in-body assessments, of course. We've got a kitchen that we can help kind of do demonstrations for, and we've got the classroom over there. So you can come in and see us between 7:30 and 1600. And then also that gym has 24/7 hour access. So let's say you wanted to get access to where you can work out after work or whatever else. They can actually give you a card where you can come and scan it on the weekends or after duty hours too. So that is available also. So don't think that you're restricted to, I can only come in and work out during these certain hours. The Commando Fitness Center is open from 0500 in the morning till 1700 at night, till 7 at night, or 1900 at night, 1900. But the gym can actually be accessible outside of those hours.
Good questions.
Yeah, excellent. Other questions?
Well, you did give us some information.
Okay, great, excellent, yeah. So, again, the big things with exercise, one of the things I always say is invest in yourself, okay? Invest in stock. It's like investing money in the stock market. If you were to come to a stockbroker and they said I can give you a 10% return on your investment, that sounds pretty good. But if you go to somebody else and they say I can give you a 20% return, obviously you want to go for that higher return. The whole thing with exercise is the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. In the sense of, if you can do some intensity work, if you can do some interval training, if you can do some speed work, wherever else. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to run. There's no one exercise that's best for everybody. There's no, running isn't the dominant thing that you have to do. It's not necessarily a elliptical machine. It's not necessarily a spinning machine or spinning bikes. It's whatever you can tolerate, whatever you find enjoyable, okay? If you don't enjoy something, you're not going to stick with it. So try to make it something that's enjoyable, something that you'll stick with, something that you have a desire to do, and you want to make this a lifestyle change overall. One of the big things that I've noticed, I started, I actually hired one of the trainers here, Marquetta, to help me out because I was noticing my weight was getting a little bit out of control, and I was thinking, what's going on exactly? And so one of the things that she had me do, and I know you guys are doing, is a food log. and just looking at that food log and seeing just where those calories come from and just how easy it is to put on those calories. Because overall, you know, it doesn't take too much, especially as we get a little older. You know, you can't necessarily eat the way you used to when you were younger, and things start to shift in different areas and everything else. So it definitely makes a big difference. So, but exercise, the more you do, the better off you're going to be. Anything that you do is going to be great, okay? And don't feel like you're restricted to where you have to go and you have to do free weights. You can use machine weights. You can use therapy bands. You can use calisthenics or body weight. There's no one size fits all. It's everything, whatever works for you, whatever you're most apt to stick with, you'll be better off doing. So if you miss a day, if you miss a week or whatever else, something comes up, try to get back into it as soon as possible. Try to find yourself a workout partner. That helps out tremendously. I know for myself, I work in the gym, so I literally, like here, they've got the offices here, and they got the gym right there. It's 2 feet for me to walk out to the gym, to go do cardio equipment, or to go walk down the weight room. But I can find myself saying, well, I gotta get taking care of this email, or I've gotta stick around and do this, or it is very easy to put off. So make sure you have a workout partner. Make sure you have a built-in accountability system where you say, hey, I'm gonna work out at this time. Make sure you record that and you track that progress, okay? If you guys want to come in, let's say you're doing your in-body assessments and you do your Weight Warrior program and you want to come in post Weight Warriors and you want to find out, how am I still doing? You can still come over to see us, okay? We will still take care of you. Absolutely, we'll get you going in the right direction. We'll still continue to work with you. So it's not, this is the 8-week program to kind of jumpstart you and hopefully see you get some progress, but we can still work with you down the road. So don't hesitate to continue to see us and utilize those services.
Go for it.
You know, you said like you're gonna put them on the treadmill.
Yeah, yes,
Do you also, because like I know a lot of it has to do with coinciding with heart rate too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like 65%, 85%
Right.
target.
Right. You'll be out with that. So yeah. So basically, one of the ways to monitor exercise intensity is via your heart rate range. Okay, and there's the standard equation that says 220 minus your age equals your estimated maximum heart rate. So let's just say we'll say 40. So a 40-year-old individual, male or female, their estimated maximum heart rate is 180 beats per minute, okay? So then what you'd say with that is you'd say, okay, 60% of that heart rate range is doing cardiovascular training, between 60 and 85% of doing cardiovascular training. And so you would be somewhere in that range. So you would see, and I don't know what those numbers are, but let's say for a 40-year-old individual, between 60 and 85%, probably like 135 to 170 or 135 to 165, would be somewhere around the range. The problem with that, though, is it doesn't take into account your personal fitness level, okay? Our heart is a great indicator of how fit we are. The stronger that our heart is, the more blood can pump with each beat. So basically, if I'm exercising at, let's say, 120 beats per minute, I might be feeling pretty good. I might be in my range or whatever else, thinking, okay, I'm sweating, I'm working out and everything else. But I might need to be exercising at like 135 to 140 beats per minute to really be in my range, to be according to what my heart rate is, okay? Let me rephrase that. So if I've got a resting heart rate that's 60, so I've got a strong heart, I've got a strong blood pump with each beat, my resting heart rate is 60, I might need to exercise at a different tempo or a different range compared to somebody that's got a resting heart rate of 80, and we're the same age. So you really want to look at that and personalize it, and we can help you out with that. We can help you personalize it and figure out what your actual heart rate intensity range is for you. So it makes it to where you're not. The big thing with exercise is you don't want to be that, the snare of, you don't want to be that hamster on the wheel to where you're spinning your wheels, but you're not really getting anywhere. You want to get as much out of your routine as possible. Okay, and so that's one of the nice things about exercise or high intensity interval training, and to the extent that you can tolerate. Again, when I say that, it's to the extent that you can tolerate. But when you quit exercising, the nice thing is your body doesn't immediately shut back down. It still takes time post-exercise to recover. So the more that you do, the higher that you get in intensity, the more that you switch things up, the more that the body has to recover post-exercise. It's what we call excess post-oxygen consumption. And so you burn more calories post-exercise. So imagine the higher the mountain you climb, the further down you have to come. Okay? So that's the big thing with exercise intensity. So it's great to do steady intensity and everything else, but if we can get some changes in there and we get some intervals in there, and we really target and find out, personalize it to you, we'll be much better off. All right. Yes.
Any of the classes that you provide, do they go for an extended period of time, or is it like a one-time class?
Yeah, thank you, Emily. Yeah, all the classes are pretty much a one-time. We do have follow-ups, but everything's pretty much a one-time kind of come in. So if you wanted to come back in, so let's say we were having low back pain, which affects over 80% of the population. you wanted to come in and see us, and you came in for a stabilization class, and we kind of get you going in the right direction, you can come in the following week, or when we offer the class again. We don't have like built-in, like, come 3 days a week like physical therapy, but it is, you can definitely come back as many times as you feel necessary, so there's no limit. We won't turn you away. We'll keep you there, and keep you going in the right direction, absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time. I've got some calendars up here and some flyers, so please come up and grab one. Go.